Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Mr. Perez and welcome back to another tutorial video. This time we're going to go ahead and be talking about one-step equations. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Alright, so first of all, we've done one-step equations before. Alright, so all they're asking you is 2 times what is going to give me 10. So obviously we know that 2 times 5 is going to give me 10. But let me show you the work behind this. First step I need to do is go ahead and draw me my line down my equation or down my equal sign. And then since anytime you have a number, anytime I have a number like this too next to a letter without any operation in the middle, it always means I'm going to multiply. Okay, so in order for me to get rid of that 2 and get that x all by itself, I need to go ahead and divide. Since the opposite of multiply is divide, I'm going to divide by those. So divide both sides, because everything I do to one side I need to do to the other. So these 2 here cancel out. I'm going to go ahead and bring down my x. And 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5. So let me do another one of those examples right there. Alrighty, so I have another one of these examples. So my first step is go ahead and draw me my line down the equal sign. Alright, once again, anytime I have a number next to a letter without any operation in the middle, when I say operation, I mean like add, subtract, multiply, or divide. If I don't see one of those in the middle, it always means to multiply. So since I want to do the opposite of multiply to get rid of that 3, I'm going to divide both sides by trace. That cancels out, bring down my x. 15 divided by 3 is going to give me 5. That's a weird looking 5, but it's alright. Alright, so those are pretty easy. Y'all have seen those before. Let's go ahead and jump into something a little bit more new. I don't know if you guys seen this before. Alright, so first step first is go ahead and draw me my line down the middle, or down the middle of that equal sign. Okay, alright, so I have my line down the middle, and I'm looking at here, I'm trying to get rid of the 1/4, okay, and then y'all can turn it into a decimal if I want to, and then divide both sides by the decimal, but I'm going to show you a little different way, okay. I want to get rid of that 1/4. In order for me to get rid of that 1/4, I need to multiply, since once again, I don't see any operation here in the middle, so I know it's multiply, so we know we're going to multiply by something. Alright, let me get my different color right here. Let me get that blue. I know I'm going to multiply by something, okay? And I always multiply by the reciprocal of that 1/4. So the reciprocal of 1/4 is just 4/1. It's opposite. You just switch the denominator and move it to the numerator, and the denominator as the numerator, or the numerator as the denominator, okay? Just flip the signs, all right? Just flip the signs, man. So whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other side. So what we do here is this here cancels out, all right? Always cancels out. That's why we're doing this for. Bring down my x. So now 5 times 4 is 20. So 20 divided by 1. Let me show you a little bit differently. All right. 5 times 4 is going to give me 20. So once I have my 20, I'm going to divide by 1. But anything divided by 1 is just that same number. So 20 divided by 1 is still going to give me 20. All right. So let me show you another example. All right. Got another example. First things first, go ahead and draw your line down the middle. Okay. Once again, we're going to multiply because we don't see any operation here in the middle. Okay, that is not a times, that's an x, all right? We don't see any operation there in the middle. So if I don't see one, I was going to put multiply, all right? I just squeaked a little bit. My bad. We're going to multiply. All right, we know we're going to multiply by both sides, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and put that times on both sides. All right, we're going to multiply. Anytime I see a fraction, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal is just going ahead and just flip it over, all right? Just flip those signs over. I'm going to go ahead and write it in red. So I put the 2 on top and put the 1 at the bottom, okay? So once again, if I do it to one side, I got to do it to the other. So I'm going to multiply by 2/1. So what I'm going to do is this here cancels out. Bring down the x. 10 times 2 is 20. 20 divided by 1 still gives me 20. Pretty simple. It's not too hard. Just multiply by the reciprocal. So let me give you another example. If I had 1/5, the reciprocal of that would be 5/1. Okay. If I had 3/4, the reciprocal of that would be 4/3. Make sense? Just go ahead and flip that sign over, or just flip them numbers over. All right, let's do one more. Okay, 2 more examples actually. One more different type of example. All right, this looks a bit different, but it's just, you know, you do the same thing, all right? It's basically the same thing. All right? We're trying to get rid of that denominator right there. We're trying to get rid of the fraction. So what we do, we're going to always multiply. Multiply by what? Multiply by this number on the bottom. Okay? We're going to multiply 7 times 7. Okay, well, first I forgot. Mr. Press forgot to put that line down the middle. Okay? Whatever I do to one side, I got to do to the other. So what I do, this times this is going to cancel out. That's why we're doing this for. This goes away. When you die, you go bye-bye. Okay? Bring down that x. Okay? 5 times 7 is, I don't know, let me use my fingers. I'm just kidding. 35. All right? Let me show you one more example. The last one here. We got a different letter. Instead of an x, we got a y. But same thing. We're still trying to get rid of that bottom number. That bottom number that we got right now would be that 9. So we're trying to get rid of that number, okay? We're going to multiply. We're going to multiply by whatever number's at the bottom. So since a 9's at the bottom, we're going to multiply both sides by 9. Don't forget to draw that line down the middle. So we're going to multiply both sides by 9. These cancel out, okay? You're going to go ahead and bring down that y. 9 times 2 is 18, baby. All right, man, so there it is. Equations with variables on one side, or actually one-step equations, all right? One-step equations. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a few more examples. So if you guys turn those examples in, I'll give you some extra credit, all right? All right, so there it is. Go ahead and pause this video now. There's extra credit right there, 3 problems. Go ahead and bring them in. I'll give you some extra credit on whatever you need, all right, man? Peace out.